everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be getting into using and testing out the new Patrick Ta Major Dimension Volume 2 palette. This is his rosy mauve toned edition and it is beautiful. I absolutely love the way the look turned out. It was really shocking to see how buttery his shimmers are in this palette. I feel like it's an amped up version of the original, which I love. I use and abuse. I use it all the time. And this palette is just as good, if not a little bit enhanced. I don't want to say better because I still love the original, but this one is amazing. Definitely took me for a ride because I did not expect to like it as much as I do, because I'm not the biggest fan of rose toned and mauve shadows, but this is absolutely stunning. I love the way it blended. I love the way the look turned out. I'm really impressed with the eyeshadow palette as a whole. So this is what the palette looks like. 10 new eyeshadow shades and then 2 new cream shadow shades. All of them are so incredibly beautiful. This palette does retail for $68, but Sephora is having their spring sale right now. So depending on your tier, you will get a little bit of a discount if you wanted to order it on there. If you are not a member of Sephora and you don't want to use their discount, I do have a link below to Patrick Ta's site directly, and that would give you free shipping on any order that you place. There is no spend minimum, so if you want to do that, feel free. If not, totally cool. Just thought I'd give you the option. Either way, get this palette. It's absolutely amazing. I also used one of his new gel liners to prime for the shimmer shadow. You will see that in the video. Those are also super beautiful. If you are somebody that has a difficult time finding an eyeliner that stays in your waterline, definitely check those out. Those are amazing. I just ordered the brown eyeliner for myself during the Sephora sale because that is an eyeliner that I cannot live without. It is so, so good. But I'm really excited to show you how I got this look and how the eyeshadow performed. Be sure to thumbs up today's video if you do like the video. Be sure to subscribe before you leave today because it means the world to me and I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you for joining my tiny and growing YouTube family, and leave a comment down below letting me know what you want to see next. And if you do like first impressions like this, I didn't do my base makeup in today's video because I really wanted the palette to have its moment, but let me know if this is something that you like. If you prefer single full face and then the first impression and review, I think it's more impactful to see the full on review of the eyeshadow palette in a whole, but I could be wrong. That might just be my personal preference, so let me know what you think. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. I'm really excited to get into this palette today. This is new from Patrick Ta. This is their Major Dimension 2 eyeshadow palette. It has all rosy tones. It's more mauve-y. It's so pretty. I wore a deep burgundy top to go with the theme of this palette, and I'm really excited to dip into it today. I'm going to use some of the cream shadows. I'm going to use the mattes. I'm definitely going to dive into the shimmers because they're so, so, so stunning. His original Major Dimension eyeshadow palette is already one of my favorite palettes. I use it almost every single day, so I already know that I'm going to love this palette. So I'm super excited to dive into these colors. So to start off the eye, I'm just prepping with Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I've done this in every single eyeshadow tutorial that I've ever done, because it's just the best eyeshadow base for me. It keeps my eyelids from getting oily throughout the day, and it keeps the shadows in place. And I'm putting this on with an old Sephora brush. This is a Pro Contour Highlight Brush, number 80. I believe their brushes are different now, but they probably make something similar. Anything domed will work to pack on eyeshadow primer. I'm hoping to have this video done and edited by tomorrow, because it's already the 6th and this launched the 1st, because I want you guys to know how it performs before the Sephora sale's over. That way, if you love it, you can get it on sale during the spring savings event, which would be awesome because it's a new palette and you get it on sale. Pretty dope. So I'm not entirely certain what look I want to create with this palette today, so I'm just going to start off small and let the palette speak to me, see where I go, whether I go more sultry, more smoky. I have no idea. So I'm going to start off the look by going in with this shade here. This is the shade Heartache, and I'm going to dust that all in my crease. And for that, I'm going to use the Makeup by Ariel and Morphe collab. This is the brush A11. I love this brush for blending out eyeshadows in my crease. I think it diffuses it beautifully and really soft. And I like a really blown out crease, so the shape of this brush is perfect. And right off the bat, as I was expecting, This is super buttery and pigmented. Patrick Ta eyeshadows are so easy to blend. They are super pigmented. You don't have to fight with them to get good color payoff. I'm so obsessed already, and I've used one shade. Have you noticed that like every brand is coming out with a mauve-y, rosy eyeshadow palette recently? What do we think about that? Well, anything for spring and summer. It'll be super beautiful. And what I like about the brands that are coming out with them is that they're very different in style and aesthetic. So I feel like the pigmentation and just the overall vibe, while still being like a similar color story, will be very different. I don't know if I want to go smoky or not. Typically I know what eyeshadow look I want to do, and today I do not know at all. So now that I have that shade in my crease, I think I know what I'm going to do now. I'm still not 100% sure, but we're just going to see where this takes me. I'm going to take the darker cream shadow in the shade Crush, and I'm going to apply that to my outer corner and blend that out a little bit. I definitely want to use the cream shadows that are in this palette because I think that the cream formula is so beautiful and pigmented. And I guess we're going smoky now because this is, wow. That is so much pigment. And I'm okay with it going on that dark because, like I said, these blend out so beautifully. So packing on a lot of product and then blending it away works great with this formula. If it was like any other cream shadow, I might have been like afraid because I haven't experienced many cream shadows that are so emollient and easy to blend and work with. But these are really, really wonderful. So I took the cream shadow on a Melt Round Transition 85 brush and I placed it down, and I'm going back in with that Makeup by Ariel brush, and I'm buffing the edges of the cream shadow and diffusing it into the eyeshadow look. I can really just put one of the shimmer eyeshadow toppers on my lid and call it a day with some lashes, but I definitely want to use more shades of the palette to show you how they perform because you all know that I love them and I want to show you why I love them. So we're going to keep going. So now that I have that cream shadow buffed out into my crease, I'm going to go in with the darkest powder eyeshadow shade, which is the shade Amore. And I'm going to pack that on my outer corner and then diffuse that into my crease. And I'm going to take this shade and I'm going to pack it on my outer corner and then softly blend it into my crease. Taking that same Melt Cosmetics rounded shadow brush, I just wiped off any of that cream eyeshadow just so I could start packing the color on and setting that cream shadow in place. I'm going back in with that Morphe brush and blending all the harsh edges and extending the shadow outward. So I'm really letting these two brushes work for me. So again, I'm taking Amore, the deepest shade in the palette, over the cream eyeshadow. And I like to press onto the base of my lid, and then as I get up into my crease, I'll wiggle it into my eye socket and then slowly start to blend and bring it up. Because I have hooded lids, I need to make sure that I'm bringing that deepest shade up enough that when I open my eye, you could see it, but it's not skipping in my crease. That's why I like to do this wiggle motion so that I don't have any skipping or any patchiness and I get full saturation. So this look got really smoky and really intense very quickly, which is definitely how things go with me from time to time. Like I'll go in and be like, I want to do something very minimal, and then it becomes super smoky, but I'm okay with it. To make it even more glam and sparkly, Patrick Ta also came out with 2 new gel eyeliners. This is in the shade Copper Gold, and I love this one because it has the most prettiest pink reflect in it. You could see it on camera, but it has the prettiest pink reflect to it. And I think that would look so pretty as a base for one of the shimmer shades. So these liners are absolutely unreal. Once they set, they are not moving. So I'm putting that over Soft Ochre Paint Pot as a base for the cream, as a base for the shimmer shade that we're gonna use. Because I think that this would really make it stand out. The shimmer shade that looks the most similar to that eyeliner is this shade, and that is Desire. And for Patrick Ta's shimmers, I like to just take my ring finger. Ooh, pretty that color is. That's gonna look so nice. And I just take my ring finger. What? That is beautiful. Wow. This is such a beautiful romantic palette. If you were debating getting this and you're like, I don't know if I need it, as the plane goes over. I'm just gonna do my other eye as the plane does its thing. Now that the plane is gone and I finished my other eye, if you were debating getting this palette, I highly recommend it, especially if you love romantic palettes or palettes with more rosy tones, or you love mauves, or you love sparkle. This shadow on my eye right now is insane. It's insane, and I'm not even done. So because Desire was so stunning, I'm going to take a little bit of the lightest shade Loyal, and I'm going to pop that right in the center of my eye, and I'm also going to apply that on my inner corner for a highlight. I'm just so impressed with these shadows, and I knew I would be so impressed because I absolutely adore the original palette, but this is just stunning. Wow. Oh my goodness. Just a little bit in the center for a little bit of a pop. This is like a perfect like rosy champagne color. Now that my lids are incredibly foiled, I'm taking a little bit more of that deepest matte shade, and I'm gonna press that along my lash line just to deepen that area up for when we put on falsies. It'll help them blend a lot better. And I also think that just a deeper lash line with this look would go best. I'm not even big on like rosy tones and mauves. Personally, like I don't go for those palettes very often, but I knew I was gonna like this palette just because of the formula of his shadows are insane. And this formula is insane. It's so crazy. I'm gonna take that same shade and run it underneath my lash line. Because if you know me, when a look gets this deep and smoky, we're gonna smoke out the bottom lash line. I'm gonna take a round shader brush and I'm gonna dip into the shade Devotion, and I'm gonna further smoke out my under eye. So right where we put the deepest shade, I'm going right over it, starting to smoke it out with that shade. Then on a small fluffy brush, I'm going in with Heartache. That's the first shade that we put into our crease, and I'm going to start to blend that all the way down. So for a look like this, I don't mind going really, really low. You can cater this to however low you like your shadow to go, but if I'm doing smoky, I'm doing smoky. And then to connect the top and the bottom, I'm taking that original crease brush and I'm just smoking the shadow out a little bit more, connecting the outer corners of the top and the bottom. And this has no extra product on it, I'm just running it over. For mascara, I'm going in with the Lash Freak by Urban Decay. I can't get over the shimmer. I hope my camera's picking it up. But like every time I turn my head, it's like a little bit of gold, a little bit of pink. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a pair of falsies, and then we'll be right back. I'll finish off the look with the lip and I will give you my final thoughts on the palette. So lashes are on. These are Time Los Angeles lashes in the style Scorpio. These are some of my favorite lashes. Time Los Angeles has an amazing collection called the Zodiac Lash Collection, and every single one of them are absolutely beautiful. So I highly recommend those. I started to put on my lip, but then I realized that I said that I was going to show you what I was applying. So this is the Patrick Ta lip liner in Oshi Single. This entire lip combo, I have not stopped wearing it for the past like 2 to 3 weeks, and I think everybody needs it. And then this is the Makeup by Mario lipstick in the shade Sierra Perfect Nude. These two together are stunning, but to go in theme with the makeup look, I'm going to go in with Patrick Ta Full Syringe lip gloss. This lip gloss is also amazing. If I'm not putting this one over top of the nude lip combo, I'm putting 2CC's, which is another one. It's more pink. It's absolutely stunning. Granted, I could have gone more pink and mauve-y with the lip color, but I think that these two paired together are beautiful, so I'm really, really happy with the way this look turned out. The eyes are not what I expected at all. I thought, honestly, I was going to do like a fox eye with the cream shadow and then all of that, but I'm obsessed with this look, and the sad part is I have nowhere to go, nothing to do after this. So I'm just going to have to really appreciate the glam that is all this. I'm gonna have to take photos before the sun sets because this is unreal. And the $1 million question is, do you need this palette? And the answer is yes, absolutely. Who are you kidding? Who are you joking? Add this to your cart. If you are any tier on Sephora, you will get some sort of discount up until the 11th for the palette. If not, I do have a link that you could use down below. It gives you free shipping on all things Patrick Ta. There is no spend minimum. But this palette is so beautiful. I hope you can see the shimmers that are on my eyes. If not, I will have my Instagram linked below. I'll definitely be posting pictures there. This palette is beautiful. The shimmers, dare I say, I like these shimmers better than the original because they feel more buttery to me. That's just my opinion. I feel like in the original palette, they felt a little bit more gritty, and these just feel buttery smooth. So if anything, he perfected the formula. It is in this palette. I am obsessed. I'm really obsessed and impressed and everything in between. I really am not the biggest fan of mauve tones, but this palette is beautiful. I might even use it on my birthday. My birthday's coming up April 21st, and I'm gonna need an eyeshadow palette to do a fire look with. And this is a very heavy contender. Super obsessed. Let me know in the comments down below if you like videos like these. I know I didn't do my full face on camera, but I really wanted to give the palette its shining moment and give it a full review. I'm absolutely obsessed with it, as you guys know. But let me know if this is something that you like. If I'm reviewing something, should I just focus on that, or should I do my full face? Let me know what you guys like, because I am curious. I think that this video is going to be really easy to edit, so I'll have it up for you ASAP, just in case you do want to grab this palette during the sale. Like I said, highly recommend it. This is fire. Don't forget to thumbs up today's video. If you do like today's video, be sure to subscribe before you leave the channel and join my small little family. It means so much to me. And leave a comment down below letting me know what you want to see in the next video. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.